So, welcome everybody to the sports desk, and we got a good one lined up for everybody today. We are going to be playing some Madden on Steam. We are going to be playing some Tiger Woods PGA 2004 on the original Xbox. And the main event of today is going to be a WBA heavyweight championship tournament to see if Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, can win the WBA heavyweight championship and Fight Night champion on the Xbox 360. And if you're new to the whole sports test thing, what are we doing here? This is a place where we come and we bring a lot of these great sports games and we make them seem like it's a real league and everything going on, and everything is going to continue, and it's just going to be a fun thing. So if you like classic 80s sports or just great, video games of the past, you saw the intro, you might want to click the whole like and subscribe and all that stuff, because you will enjoy what we got going on here for sure. And we are going to actually start in the NFL here today. And we have some fun ones, some fun matchups. The NFL season is in full swing in real life. And so, why not bring that into the sports desk, right? So here we go. We're going to be going into the NFL. And here we are at MetLife Stadium, and the New York Jets are at home going up against the Miami Dolphins. Now you see Dan Marino and the Dolphins, and I play as the Dolphins and Lions in this season. And so here the Dolphins are up first, and so far they are 2-0 on the year, so they're off to a great start so far. And here they are coming again against the New York Jets. And they got rookie Jason McCarthy behind center, so the Dolphins got to be the favorite here. And there's the head coach of the Dolphins, Don Shula. Of course, the star quarterback is Dan Marino. So the Dolphins got to be the favorite to come in here to New York on the road and get the victory. But, this is the NFL. Anything can happen. And so let's go and let's see what happens. And the New York Jets strike first. And look at this. Marino throws an interception right here down close to their goal line. And he takes it in and gets the score. That's not a good start. We go into halftime. Score 10-0 for the New York Jets. The Dolphins are struggling so far in this one. We're getting a halftime report here. So let's take a look around the NFL and see what other stuff we got going on here. And you can see the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. And it's a final score. The Buffalo Bills going into New England and getting the victory. Josh Allen has a good game. And O.J. Simpson tears it up with 3 touchdowns for the Buffalo Bills. And then we have Kansas City going into Tampa Bay. And here it is in the second quarter with the Chiefs up 17-0. Priest Holmes got a good touchdown so far for the Kansas City Chiefs. And then we have the Arizona Cardinals going into Atlanta to place the Falcons. And here the Falcons are up 10-7. It's a close one here. Anybody's game here. Not quite halftime yet in this one. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And so now we're going to check out some of the highlights. And here, Ricky Williams for the Dolphins has had a strong first half. They need to get him the ball more. And we got to prevent these kind of silly interceptions that lead to defensive scores. That's not going to work for the Dolphins here in this one. And then here, Larry Zonka handed up the big fullback, getting it in there. And there it is. Big touchdown for the Miami Dolphins. Get them on the board here. And here it is. That ties it up. And then Ricky Williams takes the lead for the Dolphins. He's having a great game in this one. Just hand him to the ball. Here he is, Ricky Williams, and punches it in and gets the Dolphins the lead here late in the fourth quarter. And And that is how the game is going to end, with the Miami Dolphins winning in New York 17-10. It was a good come from behind victory against the scrappy New York Jets at home in this one. So good win for the Dolphins on the road, and they moved to 3-0 on the young season. Here we're taking a quick look at the stats. Dan Marino did not have a good game in this one. Played downright awful for me. I had 192 yards, but 4 interceptions. That's right, 4 interceptions. Terrible game, but the Dolphins are able to get the victory. And you can see Rick 29 carries for 120 yards, 4.1 average, only 1 touchdown. He did have 6 broken tackles, and overall just was the best player for the Dolphins today. Going to get a look at the wide receivers here. And Tyreek Hill had 97 pass or receiving yards, so he led the way for the Dolphins there. Mark Clayton was okay, but just not enough through the air, especially with all the interceptions thrown by Marino in this one. Just not going to get the job done there. And then you can see here on the defense, some of the defensive statistics. None of the real tackles or anything are really standing out, going to blow you away there. And then here for the assists, nothing spectacular or mind-blowing there. And then here's a look at the total number of tackles. Tackles for a loss here. Sacks. Jason Taylor for the Dolphins did have 2 sacks. Really, he stepped up in the second half. And then here's all the interceptions. So Darrelle Revis for the Jets did pick Marino off in this one. And then now we're going to move on to Dallas, where the Dallas Cowboys are going up against the Detroit Lions. And here last week, Barry Sanders had 28 rushing attempts for 157 yards, had 4 touchdowns. But they're going in to Dallas to face Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and just this all-star studded Dallas team. But the Detroit Lions are the defending Super Bowl champions, so we're confident and we're prepared to get it done. But unfortunately, the Lions are 1-1 on this young season, so coming off a loss in their last outing, unfortunately. So, the coaching staff and everything and the players really got to pull together, because you don't want to go down 1-2 in this early season. But the Cowboys are one of the better teams in the NFC for sure. But the Lions are ready and prepared, and they're not scared. We are the defending Super Bowl champions after all. But here, the Cowboys strike first in this one, and it is a defensive touchdown. Here, Mike throws a terrible interception, gets picked off, and takes it back to the house, and that puts the Cowboys up. What a terrible play there by quarterback Mike Johnson in this one. But then Barry Sanders is able to punch it in for the Lions. Nice run for the Lion King there, Barry Sanders. He's going to have to carry the weight for the Lions in this one, literally and figuratively. And there it is. But the Cowboys come right back. Troy Aikman. Nice pass right on the money. And there it is. The Cowboys strike again. And the Lions are definitely getting their backs up against the wall in this one. And then we end the first half. The score 7-17. Dallas is ahead in this one. And the Lions did not play a good first half here whatsoever. Take a look at the halftime report. We go around the league, and we can see the Arizona Cardinals lose to the Atlanta Falcons at home. Jamal Anderson has a big game for the Falcons as they pick up the big win at home for them. And so that was a good win for the Falcons, who are 1-2, get their first victory on the season. And here down in Tampa Bay, the Kansas City Chiefs go into Tampa Bay and just completely smack the Buccaneers around. Priest Holmes has a good game. Patrick Mahomes had a good game, and just all around. And here's some rest of the games from around the league. Take a look at some of the other scores from around the NFL. Anything stand out? Minnesota went into Chicago and gave a good beat down to them. And then here's a look at some of the plays here. And that terrible pass that led to the pick six. Mike's got to do better in the second half. And here the second half starts with Michael Irvin getting a touchdown. That's not good if you're a Lions fan whatsoever. And here Troy Aikman with the perfect slant route, and Michael Irvin is able to punch it in. There it is. Working around through Jack Christensen. Great Lions defender, but it's not enough. Michael Irvin's able to break free and get it in. Great play by the playmaker there. And now Emmitt Smith punches it in, and the Cowboys are running away with this one here in Arlington. And here you can see Emmitt Smith getting through the line, just punching it in, keeps going, and gets it in. And so the Lions are well behind the 8 ball in this one, down 31-7. Here we go. Calvin Johnson catches fire here in the third quarter. And he's playing around a duck goose here after scoring the big long touchdown pass. And here is Megatron Calvin Johnson. Mike Johnson finds him for the long touchdown pass. And there he goes. Great play, punches it in. And the Lions are finally moving. And here Calvin Johnson strikes again. Megatron is on a roll here in the second half. And here catches it again, busts out open. We're having trouble containing Megatron here. Takes it to the house for another long touchdown play. Get the ball to Megatron. Come on. And then here he goes, striking again. Calvin Johnson is going in fuego here in this one. There he is. They can't stop him. They're still leaving him in single coverage. And he is single-handedly getting the Lions back in this game. What a second half for Megatron in this one. And then here we look at the score, 27-31. And now Barry Sanders punches it in. And the Lions have taken the lead after being down. So far, they've come back to take the lead. Here's Barry. Nobody can catch him. Runs it outside and takes him to the house. And the Lions are ahead. What a comeback for the Super Bowl champions in this one. Tied up 34. Now here they're ahead. But Dallas marches down for the last second field goal. 5 seconds left on the clock. And it is in. And that's going to be all she wrote, folks. After all that great comeback, the Cowboys are able to sneak out the victory on a last-second field goal. And the Lions just got to be feeling it. Dan Campbell's hurt, and the Lions are starting the season 1-2 after winning the Super Bowl last season. That is not the start they wanted to this young season. But when you're the champions, everybody's gunning for you. And you got to tip your hat to the Cowboys in this one. They played the better game here. You can look at some of the statistics. Mike didn't have a great game, but he ended up throwing 3 touchdowns, but he had 4 interceptions. Really hurt the team here. He's got to tighten that up. Barry Sanders had a decent game, but Emmitt Smith outperformed him in here, although Barry did punch it in twice. And then for the receiving, Michael Irvin had a ton of receptions. But for yardage, Calvin Johnson was just on a tear in the second half. 234 receiving yards. Just absolutely incredible there. What a game. Definitely player of the week type stuff there out of Calvin Johnson. And then on the defensive end, Jack Campbell had 10 solo tackles. Really good defensive play there out of him. And then 13 tackles solo for Jack Campbell. Great game for him there. And then tackles for loss. And then sacks. Michael Myers had a good game, our new rookie that we picked up. And so there you go. You can see the Lions are off to a struggling start in this young season, which is not good for them, unfortunately. But they're at to a 1-2 start. But my other team, the Miami Dolphins, are 3-0 in the AFC. So still lots of football to play. So be curious to see what happens there. And now we're going to be moving on to the next segment on today's show. And that is Tiger Woods Golf PGA Tour 2004 on the original Xbox. Now, there's been a lot of good golf games made over the years, but Tiger Woods 2004 is a special golf game, maybe the best golf game ever made. And, you can play it on GameCube, PS2, and the original Xbox. And I don't believe it's backwards compatible with any of those systems. So you have to pretty much play it on original hardware or through emulation if you want to play it. But it's a fantastic game. And so we're going to be bringing it into the sports desk. So you guys ready? Let's play some golf. And here we have the next event here we're going to come down into. And these courses, while they look dated by today's standards, for the original Xbox, I mean, this game came out in 2003. So graphically, I mean, I think it's pretty solid. It still holds up rather well. And this game is just so stinking fun. The fun factor is just through the roof. And here is my created character. I made him back in 2003, believe it or not. And here he goes, first tee shot. And hit it in there. A decent shot. Didn't get in the fairway. He is in the rough, but not too worried about that. Pitching wedge out, and let's get on the green. And we're dancing on the dance floor here. Now, come on, Mike, let's get it on in there. Let's see, line it up, get it in there. Oh, not enough. Oh, come on. Straight in, here we go. There we go. Start out the tournament with a par. Not too bad, not too good, but hey, it's a par. And here's a look at the leaderboard. And then here we are moving on to the second hole. Mike steps up to the tee box. And there he goes. And not quite what he was looking for. He can hit it significantly harder than that. Got to do better off the tee. Come on, second shot, out of the rough, and back into the rough. Okay, hopefully that tree is not blocking us here. Ooh, and he sneaks it by, not just kind of punches it out onto the fairway, not having a good hole here. He's going to have to really recover if he wants to maintain par here on this one. Really hit a good shot. And line it up, and here we go. And we're dancing on the green. And 18 feet to the pin, need to get a little closer, line up the putt, and it's a no. Par, saved par. That was a tough par save there on that one, I gotta say. And then here's a look at the leaderboard here, and now we're moving ahead to the third hole. And here we go. Pulling out the Happy Gilmore swing. Let's get some crack behind it. And look at that tee shot, watching her fly. And it's coming down, and lands right there. All right. And here we're going to line it up, and we're getting her on the green. Come on. Got a shot at the pin. Got a shot. Oh. Didn't get the right spin on it, but that's all right. We're putting. So can we get it in? No, but hey, we're close. Just inches. Good solid putt. Good up. And there it is. Saving par yet again. We're playing par golf through 3 holes. And there we are, tied for 17 on the leaderboard. The leader is at 3 under. Here we go on the 4th hole. And this hole is very interesting. You can go 2 different ways with it, 2 different fairways. There's a lot of cool courses in this game, that's for sure. So not a spectacular tee shot, but there we are. And so now we're just chipping it on up there. Let's get on the dance floor, everybody. Are we dancing? We are just barely. Wish we were a little closer, but that's what we're working with. Get our putter out, and it's in the hole. Birdie, there we go. First birdie of the day. Mike's feeling good with that one. Finally under par. good putt there, and there we are, tied for 6 at 1 under. So we're heading to the leaderboard now. And then here we are on the 5th hole. Tee shot here, going for it, over the water. Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Ooh, just barely. We're in the rough. That's all right. We're close to the green. Chip it on up there. Oh, didn't hit it hard enough. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. Wanted to do a little bit better than that. So here we go. Chip it on up there. And, ooh, what a chip. Good chip. Good run at it. So there it goes. And it's in the hole. Par, saving par yet again. But say, we're still 1 under on the tournament. You know, just a couple of strokes off the leader. So all in all, not too bad. Still only 2 shots behind the leader here. Tied for 5th at 1 under. And here we move on to the 6th hole. And it's a par 3. So we want to be dancing here with our tee shot. And, ooh, just barely. But hey, we're on the green. Maybe we can get 104 feet to the pin, though. We're going to need a heck of a putt. Heck of a putt. And it's going, it's going, it's going. And it's not going in the hole. It's going off the green. Oh, what a tough green. Terrible putt. Oh, this is a rough one. Now we got to make this to save par. And it's not going in. Oh, what a run at it, though. Good run at it. Good up. But unfortunately, it's a bogey. So that's going to drop us off our pace. And that's not what we're looking for sure. But drop down to tied for 17th. 4 shots off the lead here in round 1. Moving on to the 7th hole now. And we're going to try to hit it over this mountain. Going to kind of cheat the dog leg as much as we can. There it is. Cleared it. And we're out on the fairway. Not a bad tee shot there. That's not a bad place to be whatsoever. So there we go. And then here we're moving up to the next shot. And we're going to be on here in 2. Get it up there. Hopefully we can get a good run at the pin here with this putt. Line it up. Let's see. Straight in. All right, that's what we like to see. Get in the hole. Birdie getting that stroke back we lost on the last hole. That's nice. And now we move to 1 under yet again. 2 shots off the leader. And here we are on the 8th hole now. And this is an interesting dog leg right. Try to cheat it as much as possible. And cranking out the big stick. And let's see what we can do here. See if we can get it through there. Uh-oh. We'll be heading towards the beach. And uh-oh, we are in the sand. That's all right. Pull out our sandwich. Get it on up there. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Hopefully we can make this putt 15 feet. Let's see. Can we get it or in there? And, oh, just missed it. Gave a good run at it. Good run. Knock it on in there to save par. And, you know, there we go. Look at the scorecard. And here we're at the 9th hole. And here Mike goes with the Happy Gilmore swing. Pulling it out there. Going, cranking it. Lots of sand traps. Got to clear. Uh-oh. Might be heading towards the sand trap. And he is. Catches just on the edge of it, unfortunately. And then here, trying to chip on out there. Chipping towards the green. Uh-oh. And didn't quite make it. And then trying to get it on up there. And come on, do a little bit better. We need to get a little closer than that to get a good putt at it. But this is what we're working with. Line it up. Oh, way off. Misread that putt completely. So now we got to get this in there, and it's in there, and that saves par on the 9th hole. So we're through 9, and there we are, 2 shots off the lead here in round 1. So all in all, not a terrible spot to be in. So now pull up the big stick and going for it. Didn't quite get it all, but still hit it pretty hard. And here it goes. And that's a good tee shot. We can work with that. So here we go. Setting up our second shot and getting it on there. Ooh, we got a chance at the pin. Come on. Get a good line on it. Get in there. Ooh. That's a good one. Only 3 feet away. Good run at it. So here we go. Should be an easy birdie. And there it is. So that's a good one. We're dancing. We're feeling good. We're jiving. All right. And here we are. 2 shots back. Tiger Woods is taking the lead here in the tournament. And here Mike is on the par 3. He's got a shot at the pin. Here it is. Get it. Ooh. Just missed a hole-in-one. What a shot. 5 feet away. Should be an easy putt for birdie, hopefully here in this one. And here it is. Line it up. Oh, just missed it. And then we got a setback and save par, unfortunately. And there we go. So now we're going to move. We're through 11. We're still 2 shots off the lead. And now we're going to move on to the next hole here. And pull out the big stick. Didn't quite get it all, but still going to hit it pretty hard. So let's go. Crank it out there. Let's see how close to the pin we can get off the tee. Not too bad. Good bounce. I don't mind being in the rough. We're pretty close. We'll get it up there. Come on. Get it up there. Good run at it. Good chip. 3 feet from the pin. Should be able to get this for birdie. Come on. And there it is. Nice birdie. Here we go. We're starting to march here on the back 9 of round 1. So let's go, boys. 2 shots off the lead. Tied for second. We're tied with Tiger Woods right now in second place. And here we are. Look at this hole. Quite an interesting dog leg here. So you can't quite give it all. You're going to hit right into that mountain. So just kind of have to lay up a bit and try to get a good one on the second shot. So that's about where you want to be off the tee on this hole. And so here on the second shot, might have got way too much of it. We might be in trouble here, and we are. That stinks. Water hazard, not what we want to do whatsoever. That's a bummer. Shake it off, Mike. Shake it off. The second shot after the water hazard, and we're going to be in the fairway, or we're not in the fairway. We're actually in the rough. That's a bit of a bummer. So not having a good hole here, kind of falling apart after a nice charge we were doing. Got some good spin on it, but not enough. And we're 40 feet from the pin, getting a heck of a putt to get it in here. And decent run at it, but that's not going to be enough. And yeah, this hole is not turning out well for us whatsoever. Oh, just missed it, having a terrible hole. And there just gets a triple bogey. That hurts. That is going to knock us off the pace of the leader for sure. And now we're moving on to the next hole here. And line it up and going for it. And in the rough. But here we're chipping. It's a par 3, so we got to get it up there. We got to try to save par here on this one. 7 feet from the pin, straight in. So we should be able to save par relatively easy here. And there it is. It's in the hole. And so now we are even, 4 shots behind the leader. And here we are off the tee. Mike got all this one. Happy Gilmore swing, cranking it out there. See if we can get a green and 1 on this bad boy. Not quite. but we're in the fairway. We're chipping. We're looking good here on this hole, that's for sure. And here it is. Chipping it on up there. And we're up, we're up, we're up. All right, not too bad. Looking pretty good there. Let's see if we can get it on in there. And line it up. And there it is. Oh, just misses, just misses. And here, saved par. And so here we are on the next hole. And here, taking out the big stick and trying to go for it and one. This might be a risk not worth making. Might have overshot it. And we did, bouncing it out of bounds. Not having a good couple of holes here. Really going to knock us off the lead here in round one, unfortunately. At least we get to pull out the putter. Ooh, what a putt for birdie, though. What a way to save it with a water hazard. What a recovery there. Just, that really kind of might have salvaged the back nine round after that triple bogey there. Moving on to the next hole here, and here we got a par 3, pulling out the irons, going for it, get on up there, don't overshoot it, and we did overshoot it, going in the sand, not where we want to be, both the sandwich, chip it on in there, get a good run at it, good, oh, almost put it in, and straight in we go, and we're able to get par there. And there we are, tied for 4th. And here we are on the next hole. And this is a nice one here. Mike pulls out the 3-wood, not the driver here, so not trying to get quite all of it. And it's got this little platform here, trying to land on that to set up a good shot. And lands it on in there, not too bad. Right where we want to be. Next shot, giving a little stank with the 5-wood and see if we get it on up there, getting a shot at the green here. So get it on up there. And we're on the green in under regulation. 39 feet. There we go. Got a huge putt here for eagle. Can he get it? Can he get it? Can he get it? Oh, just missed it for eagle. Just missed it. Should be easy putt for par. Or a birdie. There it is. Easy birdie putt. So there we go. Good hole there for Mike. And we're climbing back up the leaderboard here. Tied for second at 2 under. Tied with Tiger Woods yet again in this one. And that is the end of the round. Finished with 2 under on the first round. Got some good money. And there it is. A good initial run by Mike here in this one. So that's a good start to the tournament. Not quite in the lead, but, you know, there's 3 more rounds to play. So now it is time for the main event of today's show. Find it. And here it is, the WBA Heavyweight Championship Tournament. And you can see we have Muhammad Ali going against Leon Spinks, Floyd Patterson versus Ken Norton, Joe Frazier versus Bob Foster, Sonny Liston versus Bernie Shavers. And you'd have to say that Ali's got to be the favorite here to come out of this division and win the WBA Heavyweight Championship belt, being the inaugural champion. How can he not? Joe Frazier could be a tough one, but this is really Ali's division to lose. And so here we're going to start, and all first-round fights are 8 rounds, and here we have Leon Spinks versus Muhammad Ali. This will be the 3rd time these two have fought, twice in real life, with each man winning one, so this is kind of the rubber match here. So Leon comes in relatively confident. But he's going up against the greatest, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, Muhammad Ali. And the two men come to the center of the ring, and there Ali's fully confident. Leon looks a little nervous, but Ali is ready to go. He's ready to show. There it is, the first round, big right hand, knocks Leon back, and then he's backing him up, and trying to land the shot, trying to set him up, and then moves on out. Leon is able to get out, and he lands another big right hand, back and spinks up, hitting him with the shots. Ali's speed is too much for Leon here so far in this one. We'll move ahead to the second round now. And here, the two men go back and forth. A big right hand by Ali, and down goes Leon Spinks. Got him up against the ropes. Ali's speed is just too fast for Leon Spinks in this one. This is prime Ali. He's got that lightning fast speed in this one. And we'll move ahead to the third round now. And here, the two men going back and forth. Another big right hand by Ali, and then the body shot, and down goes Leon Spinks. Ali is in complete control of this fight. Look at that shot right there in the midsection, and down goes Spinks yet again. But he's able to get back up. He's going to fight on it. Another big right hand. Ali's landing those right hands at will here in this one on Leon Spinks. Hitting him with the uppercuts, backing him up in the corner. And here he's circling around. Ali backs him into the corner yet again, hitting him all the way back there, and then we're going to move ahead to the fourth round now. And here, so far, according to Teddy Atlas' scorecard, Ali is up 30-25 through 3 rounds. And here, still in the third. Ooh, and Leon Spinks lands a big shot for the first time. He hurts Ali. Ali back in the corner. This could be Spinks' chance to get back into this fight. Can he get Ali down? Ali's fighting it off. He's not able to do it. Ali still stands. Man, go back and forth. And then a huge right hand. He's landing that right hand all day. Lands yet again and crushes Spinks. Down he goes. Hit the canvas hard. And that is it. The ref has seen enough. And the fight is over. Ali has knocked out Leon Spinks. Ali has won the rubber match, and he is moving on in the tournament, and he is still the favorite. And as long as Ali is still alive, because we're going to be in trouble here in this division, you can see he's winning all 3 rounds on the judges' scorecards, really running away with this fight overall. And then here you get a look at the punch totals, and Ali knocked him out 3 times. Now we're going to move ahead to the next fight, and we have Ken Norton going against Floyd Patterson. These two never fought in real life, so this will be an interesting matchup here. And here comes Ken Norton, and he's got to be considered the favorite here in this one. And here is Floyd Patterson, but you can't underestimate Floyd Patterson. He has one of some of the fastest hands here in the heavyweight division. And with speed like that, you can never quite count him out. The two men meet in the center of the ring. And Ken Norton is looking good. He's looking confident, looking strong. Here in the first round, the two men trading shots. This huge right hand crushes Floyd Patterson. Look at that right hook. Absolutely crushes him with one shot, sends him down. We're going to move ahead to the second round now. Patterson's got Ken Norton up against the ropes, and a big left uppercut knocks Patterson back. He's on his back heels. Ken Norton comes in, trying to set him up for the shot. He's got Patterson against the ropes, and he's not able to get him down. Move ahead to the fourth round now. Here through 3, Ken Norton is up 30-26 on Teddy Atlas' scorecard. And a huge right hand blocks him, and a body shot sends Patterson down. Ken Norton is in complete control of this fight here. Look at that body shot right between the guard. Down goes Patterson yet again. And that is it. The ref has seen enough. He's calling it. Floyd Patterson's night is over. And Ken Norton wins and is advancing in the tournament via knockout. Big win, setting up a rematch against Muhammad Ali. real-life rivals will meet yet again in this tournament. But that's for later time. Right now, Ken Norton can enjoy this big victory here. And here, take a look at the judges' scorecards. And again, Ken Norton was up 30-26 on all three judges' scorecards, so well out ahead there. Take a look at the punch statistics. And Ken Norton knocked Patterson down 2 times. We'll move ahead to the next round, the next fight now. And here we have Bob Foster going up against Joe Frazier. Now, these men fought in real life, and Joe Frazier was able to get the victory. But here comes Bob Foster, and he is technically a light heavyweight stepping up to fight in the heavyweight division here, just like he did in real life. And he's going up against Smoking Joe Frazier and comes in with all sorts of confidence, having already beaten Bob Foster once in real life. So he is not super worried about Bob Foster whatsoever. The two men meet in the center of the ring. Frazier's full of confidence. Bob Foster looks a little nervous, but he has the reach and height advantage. Move ahead to the third round now. And there's Frazier coming and trying to land the hook. And then a big shot, and back goes Frazier. Foster's coming in trying to land the shot. He's got Frazier hurt for the first time in the fight. But then we move ahead to the fourth round now. And here on the scorecards, Joe Frazier is up 30-27 on Teddy Atlas' scorecards for 3 rounds. He is winning the fight according to Teddy Atlas. And the two men are trading shots, and then a body shot knocks Joe Frazier back to the corner. Bob Foster's trying to land the shot, trying to set him up, looking to land, and then a huge right hand by Joe Frazier sends Foster down. Huge right hook, cripples him with one shot, and down he goes. That's the power of Smoking Joe right there. Foster's able to get back up. He goes back in. Frazier's looking to land the shot, trying to set him up. Then a huge shot by Bob Foster. Down goes Frazier. And there is a big left hook, and down goes Frazier right on the spot. We got a heck of a fight brewing here. Move ahead to the fifth round. And here the two men out in the center of the ring going back and forth, and then a huge right hook by Bob Foster sends Smoking Joe back into the corner. He's back up against the ropes. Bob Foster is not able to get him, and the two men are going. Then another big shot catches Frazier yet again, and he's back on the ropes yet again, and down goes Frazier yet again in this one. There it is, a body shot left under the guard, and down goes Frazier yet again here in this fight. And Frazier is struggling to get back up. Can he beat the count? And he can't. And the fight is over. Joe Frazier was unable to beat the count, and Bob Foster is getting his revenge, and he is able to take down Smoking Joe here in this one, and he is moving on in the tournament. What an upset. It just goes to show anybody can win here in these tournaments. And here, look at the scorecards, and Joe Frazier was up 39-37 on all judges' scorecards. So what a come-from-behind victory for the light heavyweight Bob Foster here in this one. What a fight, what a match. And now let's take a look at the punch stats. And Bob Foster got 2 knockdowns with Frazier, where Frazier only got in once, and that was the victory. Move ahead to the next fight now. And in this one, we have Ernie Shavers going up against Sonny the Bear listed. And this is 2 absolute powerhouses, 2 of the hardest punchers ever in the heavyweight division going up against one another. And who is going to come out on top? Who's going to be the bully and who's going to be the bully? And here the 2 men meet. Ernie Shavers knows his right hand is devastating, but we move ahead to the second round now. 2 men come out at the start of the round going back and forth, and then a huge right hand. There's that right hand of Ernie Shavers right there. Catches Sonny Liston right on the temple, and down goes Liston. What a shot. And he gets up and he backs him up against the ropes. And another huge right hand and the third right hand. And down goes Liston yet again. Ernie Schaefer's right hand is the difference maker so far in this fight. Look at that shot, and down goes Schaefer. Down goes Liston. And the ref begins the count. Can Liston get back up? He's struggling to his feet, and he is able to just barely catch it. And then move ahead now, and then Schaefer's got Liston up in the corner. He's got back to a huge uppercut, and he's going for the knockout, trying to set him up. He's got Liston all sorts of hurting, a huge left hook, and down goes Liston yet again. It wasn't the right this time, it was the left, catches him on the other side of the temple. Schaefer is absolutely dominating, stunning Liston here in this one. The ref begins the count yet again. Can Liston make it to his feet? He's struggling, but he's able to do it. He beat the count yet again, and then we're going to move ahead now to the fourth round. And then judges on Teddy Ellis scorecard, Ernie Schaefer's up 30-24 on all scorecards. And then Schaefer's backs him up into the corner, right where he wants, with a huge right hand. That right hand is the difference maker here. One shot catches him yet again. And down goes Liston, and that's got to be it. There's no way to continue. The ref calls it out. Liston's going to have to fight another day, and Ernie Schaefer has done it. He is moving on in the tournament yet again. He's going to be facing Bob Foster in the second round. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought it? But this is what we're working with. Take a look at the judges' scorecards, and Schaefer's was out ahead well on all three judges' scorecards, absolutely dominating this fight here in this one. And I'll take a look at the punch stats, and 4 knockdowns to none. Ernie Schaefer dominated. Take a look at the WBA Heavyweight Championship Tournament updated bracket. We have Muhammad Ali versus Ken Norton and Bob Foster versus Ernie Schaefer. Upsets at the lower end of the bracket for sure, but an interesting matchups nonetheless to see who's going to fight for the WBA Championship. And here in the next fight, we have Ken Norton versus Muhammad Ali. These two men fought multiple times in real life. So these are well-known fighters, and Ken Norton comes in absolutely confident. He has always been one of Ali's toughest opponents. It feels like he has him figured out. And Ali comes in not quite as confident as he normally does. He knows Ken Norton is just, for whatever reason, is a difficult opponent for him. But he's the GOAT, so he's ready to go. The two men meet in the center of the ring, and Ken Norton is full of confidence here in this one. Move ahead to the second round. And the start of the round, the two men come out right in the center of the ring, and Ali lands a huge shot, backs Ken Norton up against the ropes. He's looking to get the knockout here early in the fight. Ken Norton's able to get off the ropes and fight back. The two men come out to the center of the ring, and then Norton lands a huge shot, and Ali is in trouble. He's trying to hold on. He's back up in the corner. Ken Norton's got him if he can get him. And Ali's trying to fight his way off the ropes, and it looks like he's able to do it. And now he's on the offense, and he's chasing down Norton. And there he lands a huge shot. Down goes Norton. What a fight we have so far here in this one. A big right hand, and down goes Kenny Norton. Ali is on the offense. And now we'll move ahead to the third round now. And here the two men out in the center of the ring, and Ken Norton lands a big right shot and knocks Ali back. He's in the corner. Norton's looking to knock him down. He's got him backed into the corner, trying to land the shot. Ali's trying to hold on to the best of his ability. What's going to happen here? Ali's able to survive, and move ahead to the fourth round now. And according to the judges' scorecard, we are tied. According to Teddy Atlas' scorecard, I should say. We'll move ahead to the seventh round now. Here the two men are out in the center of the ring going back and forth, and then a big right uppercut knocks Ali back. He's backed up into the corner yet again. He's hurting from that uppercut, just trying to hold on, and then he's trying to land some shots. He's trying to fight back, and he's able to do it, fend off Ken Norton yet again. He's backed up into the corner once again. He's up against the ropes. He's trying to rope and dope Ken Norton, but I don't know if it's working out. And a huge left uppercut, and down goes Ali. Look at that uppercut by Ken Norton. Absolutely catches him flush, and down goes Ali in this one. What a shot from Ken Norton. We move ahead to the 8th round now. And according to Teddy's scorecard, Ken Norton's moved out and ahead 68-63. He is starting to rack up the rounds on Muhammad Ali here in this one. A big right hand and another shot, and down goes Ali. 2 big right hands, and the GOAT is in trouble. The greatest in all time is in serious trouble, and that is it. The ref has called it out, called it off. Ken Norton has done it again. Ali is looking battered and beaten here in this one. And that is it for the greatest. He will not win the WBA Heavyweight Championship. And Ken Norton has once again proven that he knows the secret to beating Ali. And he is moving on to fight for the WBA Heavyweight Championship. Who would have thought it? Take a look at the judges' scorecard. And Ken Norton is out ahead on all 3 scorecards. Absolutely started to dominate Ali towards the middle of this fight. Take a look at the punch statistics, and Norton knocked Ali down 2 times, where Ali only got him down once. But it was just a great fight overall, and then moving to the next second round matchup. And these second round matchups are 10 rounds, and we have Bob Foster versus Ernie Shavers. Battle of 2 upset specialists. No one quite expected to make it here, but nevertheless here we are. And Bob Foster comes in confident here after coming out of the first round. No one's expecting to beat Joe Frazier. Here he is. But Ernie Shavers, he doesn't get fazed by anybody. He knows he's got the right hand that's the difference maker. 2 men meet in the center of the ring, and confidence on Bob Foster and Ernie Shavers seems to be at a high. Here we are in the first round, a huge left uppercut, and knocks Foster back. Shavers is coming in, trying to land the shot. Foster's playing good defense, is able to survive. We're ahead to the second round now. And here, Shavers is on the offense, backing him up against the ropes, got him in the corner, trying to set him up for the big right hand, trying to get him, trying to land uppercuts, anything to get a clean shot in on this wiry Bob Foster. And then a huge uppercut. He catches him yet again. He's backing him up, and there he goes. And we move ahead to the 3rd round now. And then a huge shot by Ernie Shavers, knocks him back, and Bob Foster up against the ropes yet again. And that's the end of the round. He's able to survive. Move ahead to the 4th round now. And according to Teddy Atlas's scorecard, Ernie Shavers is up 30-27. So his pressure and big punches are dominating so far here in this fight. Move ahead to the 5th round now. 2 men trading back and forth. And a huge right hand. Bob Shavers is finally able to land a clean right hand, and it catches Foster, and down he goes hard. Just that power of Shavers can Foster him to get up and carry on. And here Shavers is trying to land the shot. And now Foster catches Shavers and catches him clean, knocks him back. And now the tides have turned. Shavers is on the defense. And here comes Foster. Now we move ahead to the 6th round now. And here the 2 men in the center of the ring. Shavers is trying to land the big right hand, trying to catch Foster. And then a huge right hand by Foster catches Shavers. And down goes Shavers. Are the tides turning here in this fight? And that is it. And now we move to the next 2 rounds. And look at the cut on Ernie Shavers. Bob Foster open with that big right hand. We move ahead to the 7th round now. And here the 2 men going back and forth. And Foster's getting more confident as the fight goes along. And then a big left hand. And down goes Shavers yet again. Look at that left hand by Bob Foster. The wiry light heavyweight has done it. He has knocked out Ernie Shavers. The ref has seen enough, and that is it. Bob Foster is advancing to the WBA Heavyweight Championship match against Ken Norton. Who would expect to see Ken Norton versus Bob Foster for the WBA Heavyweight Championship?
there we are. And there on the scorecards, Ernie Shavers was up on all 3 scorecards. What a come-from-behind victory for Bob Foster. At some point, we just have to call him come back big here in this tournament. Because he came back against Joe Frazier, and I was come back against Ernie Shavers as well, and 2 knockdowns to 1 in favor of Bob Foster. Now we take a look at the tournament bracket again, and here is the final. Ken Norton versus Bob Foster. Our number 5 seed versus our number 7 seed are fighting for the WBA Heavyweight Championship. No one could have expected, no one could have predicted it, but here we are. The WBA Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Bob Foster versus Ken Norton. Bob Foster is well behind in the weight, and he uses his height and reach advantage here. Nevertheless, he comes in really confident in this one. No one expected him to be here, but yet here he is. And here comes Ken Norton. He knows he's the favorite. He took out Ali, and he has the confidence. He believes he's going to be the first ever WBA Heavyweight Championship. And here, Bob Foster comes in with a record of 2-0 with 2 knockouts. And like I said, he is the comeback kid here in this tournament, going up against Ken Norton, who also comes in a record of 2-0 with 2 knockouts. He took out the greatest, Muhammad Ali, and he has to be considered the favorite. 2 men meet in the center of the ring, looking each other down. Ken Norton has his confidence about him, but Bob Foster is ready to fight. No one expected him to be here. And here in the first round, the 2 men not getting to know you very nicely. And here, Ken Norton hits him with a shot and backs up Bob Foster. He's backing him up against the ropes, trying to land the shot. But Foster's defense is able to hold him off so far. He's in the corner, and Ken Norton's trying to set him up, and able to survive into the end of the 3rd round. And then here, Foster's got Ken Norton back up into the corner. And then there he lands the body shot and then follows with an uppercut. Down goes Norton. Look at that stomach. And then head uppercut combination there. That was a deadly combination by Bob Foster. Move ahead to the 4th round now. And according to Teddy's scorecard, we are tied to 3 rounds. We got a heck of a heavyweight championship fight brewing here. And now we're going to move ahead in the action yet again. And here, Ken Norton's back up against the rope, and a big right hand crushes him, and down he goes. There it is. Bob Foster's right hand catches Ken Norton right on the temple, between the ear, and there he goes. Down he goes. He's able to fight on and get back up. And there he's back to the corner yet again. And then a huge left hook and crushes him. And down goes Norton yet again. What a left hook there by light heavyweight Bob Foster. And that is it. The ref has seen enough. Ken Norton has been knocked out by Bob Foster. And Bob Foster has done it. He's the first ever WBA heavyweight champion. Nobody could have expected it. Nobody could have predicted it. Yet here he is. He has done it. He call himself champion. He never did it in real life, but he did it here in the tournament. And there, on all 3 judges' scorecards, it was tied. Come back in. Bob Foster does it yet again. Can anybody beat this guy? And just such a good fight. And then take a look at the scorecards. And Foster knocked down Ken Norton 3 times. And that was obviously the difference here in this one. What a fight for your champion, Bob Foster. Take a look at the tournament bracket, and there it is. Bob Foster, the WBA heavyweight champion. It is not Muhammad Ali. It is not Ken. It is not Joe Frazier. It is not even Sonny Liston. It is Bob Foster, the first ever WBA heavyweight champion here in my Fight Night Champion simulation. And what else can we say? He absolutely earned it. He's a light heavyweight stepping into the heavyweight division. He is 6'3" with a wiry frame. He has good reach, and he gave everybody who ran into trouble here in the tournament. And that's why he's able to capture the inaugural championship for the WBA, but will he be able to hold it off? How long will he be able to defend it? These are questions that yet still need to be answered. But that's for another day, because all we care about now is Bob Foster as the WBA champion. So here's a look at future WBA #1 contenders. He's got George Foreman and Larry Holmes kind of creeping on the outskirts. So if he wants to hold on to that championship belt, he's going to have to go with those mysterious contenders. In our next tournament, we're going to be doing the IBF Heavyweight Championship. And you can see Jack Dempsey is the favorite. This is our 1920s division, 20s, 30s. So this will be a fun one here. So we'll look forward to that on the next episode of the Sports Desk. And with that, we have seen that Bob Foster did the unthinkable. I know I didn't predict him to win. He was an absolute long shot, but that doesn't matter. And that just goes to show how unpredictable these fight night simulations are. And that's what makes it so fun for me to make, and hopefully for you guys to enjoy as well. But that's going to end our episode of the Sports Desk. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe and all that good, fun stuff. And I really appreciate everybody, staying and watching.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.